Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the BullyZone podcast. Before we jump into things, the wrestling world lost a couple of legends today. Nikolai Volkov, Brian Christopher, and Brickhouse Brown. They all tragically passed away today. So we just want to take a moment of silence and remember these great men. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. These three men, they've done a lot for the business and they will be missed. But we want to jump into things. I'm Austin Largo. You know me.
It's your boy Lance Winters, baby. How you guys doing today?
Hey guys, it's the original Ross Roy, back behind the camera or in front of the camera.
Hey, he doesn't know where he belongs.
I don't know where I belong.
Yeah, just tie him up and put him somewhere. Put him in the back.
I shoot back and forth.
But today we have a very special episode today. We're going to be covering up some footage from Lucha Pro. We're going to be going over some of the best or worst botches, bloopers, and
I'd call them worst.
missteps.
Worst
in the,
for sure.
Business. We're going to talk about future shows coming up this week. And we're going to talk about all our plugs. But first off, I want to talk to you guys. Say thanks for checking in. Tune in for another great episode. We do this for you guys. Let's make this one great.
Right now, we're at 5 viewers. By the end of the episode, we want 116 viewers. So make that happen.
That's right, guys. Just
like and share your little hearts away.
I don't know, Lance. I gotta correct you, man. I don't know if I do this for them. To be honest, I do it for me.
Yeah.
See, he gets back on. He gets back on camera, and he thinks it's a hot shot again.
No, come on, not even close.
So, no, it's all about self-empowering. I believe in that.
Self-empowerment.
That's BullyZone mentality right there. But with that being said, let's jump into things. How you guys doing today? How was your week?
It was good. Very cool. I'm doing some stuff. I'm doing some things.
There you go.
Doing some things and
stuff and things. That's how I do it.
What about you, Ross? How you been up to?
I don't know. I've been working a lot, and then I got a chance to go and watch some old wrestling on YouTube, some old matches, just digging up like old Attitude Era stuff that I haven't seen in a while. I really like those. So
those vintage footage.
That vintage stuff,
Good stuff. Yeah, I was doing well too. Just staying humble, checking out venues. I was actually in Los Angeles this weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
How was
you
that?
had the pleasure of going over to Lucha Pro.
Yeah, Lucha Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. So how was that overall?
Overall,
whole show.
It was a fun experience. It was super cool. I've been to the venue before.
Yeah, we were there for the Impact show. Photos you can check out on BullyZone Facebook page from the Mr. Impact show.
Yes, sir. So being at the venue, it was a familiar sight, familiar place. But at this show specifically, like Lucha Pro had a different audience, different crowd. There was a full house that was, I'd honestly say a little less energetic. But overall, the talent was great. The show was amazing. And that's all that really matters, not the dumb fans, so.
Wait. So, on a scale from like 1 to 10, if we're going energy-wise, they were low energy?
I'd give them a low 4, yeah.
A low 4.
And you guys can quote me on that.
All right.
But, it had nothing to do with the talent. I don't know, I guess it was a Saturday. They didn't have any coffee in them. They didn't, it sounded like the crowd was asleep.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, man. Have you ever been to like a really? I mean, I'm gonna equate it to a concert because I think a lot of people have been there where like the acts themselves are like, hey, what the hell is going on? Like, perk up a little bit. I don't think wrestlers have that much opportunity to be like, yo, this is a dead crowd. Do what you're supposed to and cheer. I'm out.
Yeah, it kills the morale, kills the vibe when you're out there giving it your all. And
the crowd's not
reciprocating anything back.
For sure.
But
So tell us some of your favorite matches from that night, and just run down the card a quick bit.
Okay. Well, there is a nice 4-way match that involved Chaz Herrera, Legacy, a talent that I couldn't get the name of, and the amazing, incomparable, little pecky little guy Rudy Segovia. That's right, not Rudy Rogers, but little Rudy was out there in a 4-way elimination status match.
So.
Yes, sir.
Our boy Rudy, was that?
Rudy was over there at Lucha Pro having the time of his
Funny
life.
you bring up Rudy. This weekend I was watching a bunch of, documentaries on little people, primordial dwarfs and, stuff like that. And it really got me thinking. I thought Rudy was gonna pop up on one of these videos. Somehow he slipped by. He was misdiagnosed somehow. He thought it was just small. No, it's more than that.
He's 11 on the top 10.
There's a lot. There's over 200 types of dwarfism. I look at him now. I watch about 400 videos on about 182 of the dwarfisms.
So would you say you're now a qualified expert in dwarves?
Well, as know-it-all, I have to know everything.
Okay.
So I gotta know about these dwarfs, these little people. Rudy, he falls under the category primordial dwarf. They're small, but they're proportional.
If he's a dwarf, he's a dwarf I don't want to get in a fight with, so.
Whatever. He's a dwarf. Leave it at the door.
Memory lane.
Shut up.
We don't need to talk
How
about
was that match?
It was a good match. It was like I said, it was a 4-way elimination style. It ended up with Rudy and Chaz being in the finales. What do you guys think? Who do you think picked up the win?
Oh.
Well, physics.
Can we just?
We'll say Chaz. He's the bigger man. He's a smarter man.
Mhm.
Okay. And yeah, I was gonna go with Chaz, but I mean, he beat me to it.
Well, Chaz ended up picking up the win. Rudy went for a victory roll that was easily reversed.
Mm.
I was able to get the 1-2-3 on him, and Chaz became the winner of that 4-way match. I thought that was exciting. It was jam-packed of action, as you'd say. They got 4 people.
I got a question. How long was that show? A few hours? 2 hours?
Probably 2 hours, yeah. A little over 2 hours, probably.
Okay. I don't know. I've just noticed that most shows run about 2.5. I'm really looking forward to a show.
Not Monday Night Raw.
Nah,
3 hours.
Monday Night
Catch that
Raw.
3 hours every week.
Because I do not need a long cut of a 3-hour show. No.
Let's see, another match that I enjoyed. Me, I love me them women's,
Okay.
We had the undefeated Ashley Grace going up against the queen of butt stuff herself.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Wow,
That was twice in a row.
Could you fix
Please
the camera?
give Robert a hand.
We have our producer in the building.
It's
over
awesome. Hey, good thing he's wearing a nice jersey today. You should
look at
see
his shoes.
some
They
of the
match
stuff
the
he wears.
jersey.
He comes in like a dirty bed sheet with some Cheeto stains on it sometimes. You never know.
Always, that's the life. That's the producer life. Anyways, before we were so rudely
I'm over here
cut
thinking
off.
about beautiful women, and then you have Robert's ass just walk right in front of me. Thank you for that.
It's something you don't want to wake
It's
up to.
because the camera's a little more forward and more focused on myself, But Ashley Grace, Lois Grain, women love women. The queen of butt stuff. I love to watch. I can't touch. I've been told plenty of times.
Hey,
But,
man, I saw some of the photos from when we were both at the bar, and there's a lot of butts going on your end.
Yeah, I had to hold on to my butt, not hers. It was crazy.
Oh, I like how you wrapped that one in.
Yeah, so the undefeated streak of Ashley Grace going against Lois Grain, the queen of butt stuff.
Queen of butt stuff.
Predictions?
As the king of butt stuff, as I've been self-proclaimed, I have to give it to my girl, Lois Grain.
Lois Grain picking up the win.
Ashley, just to be...
Ashley Grace to be
Counter.
competitive.
Yeah.
Ashley Grace did maintain her undefeated streak.
Hey!
She hit the classic, the sliced bread on Lois Grain to pick up that win. It was truly one of the more fun matches, seeing the women really go for the harder hits. Wasn't really about grappling, more about striking each other. And
Hey, I like any match that it doesn't go like a WNBA,
Mhm.
I don't like seeing 60% speed and all of the bravado. It's not as fun. I like the full...
bam, smack and impact.
Car crash.
A crazy match that was awesome was the 3-way match between Biagio Crescenzo, Caden Anthony, and Mikey O'Shea. And let me just say one thing. Mikey O'Shea is not the same man you thought you knew and you thought you were accustomed to at OCCW.
Hey, I saw Mikey...
What's up to Paul Stitz? I see you tuning in. What's up, everybody watching? We're covering Lucha Pro that just happened this weekend, Faceless and Fearless, as you were saying.
I saw I think on Instagram I was scrolling past. I saw Mikey had some I think a move he was doing, Final Cut or something like
Yeah,
that.
he leveled up and learned a new maneuver.
That was some badassery, Mikey. Keep doing that.
What kind of move is it? Take it step by step.
Okay, so
I want to see him do
for
it.
the hard hit, like one of those Freddy Flores kind of hard hits that just flips the guy around. You grab him, and then it's the Big Show maneuver. You know what I'm talking about. He's got him under here like a dragon sleeper, and then he switches and drops the elbow on him.
Okay, very cool.
The Final Cut. But Mikey O'Shea is a completely different man when he's at Lucha Pro. A lot of explicitives. He was very heelish. He cursed in front of children.
You know
I mean,
why?
I don't
He's
think
hanging
that's
out
always
with
the worst
Azrael
thing.
too much, and we know Azrael how he feels about, you know,
Not Americanized.
yeah, you know, the anti-American people living here in the country. I think it's just rubbing off on Mikey. You know, he's coming over to the BullyZone side.
And if you guys don't believe it, you guys can check out for yourself on Tuesdays at the Royal Ramble on the same free admission channel. But yeah, he was totally a
Tell him
savage.
BullyZone sent you.
Caden Anthony was a champion, though, between the three of them, and he managed to maintain his championship. So after that final cut, Caden Anthony runs in and delivers a sweet high knee to the face of O'Shea. Prince Crescenzo walks out, maintaining his championship. The whole night was just like I go through every match. They're all electric, but those are my top matches right there. Lucha Pro Wrestling, you guys can catch that 132 East Florence Avenue in Los Angeles. We don't know when the next show is. We can check it out soon.
Okay.
But some promo material I took home to celebrate my first time coming on out there. So thank you guys for having me.
So how Lucha was, because, you know, we have photos from Fantastic Lucha Libre you can check out on the BullyZone Facebook page.
Yes.
So compare that with this show, Lucha Pro.
It was about the same. The only difference is it wasn't outdoors, but other than that, there's still, you know, the high flyers jumping out the ropes. You got the crazy arm drags and every maneuver that you could think of. So it still had that lucha libre essence. You know, it wasn't that Americanized. Yeah, it wasn't as Americanized as, you know, you'd water it down to. It was very lucha essence-y.
Yeah, it still had, you know, that heritage, you know, that culture.
Hurricanrana's coming from everywhere, you know.
Yeah, you know, a staple of Lucha, Hurricanrana. Yeah, if you're going to go to a Lucha show, expect about 8 of those in a match. Am I right to say that?
Yeah.
How many you count that night?
I could at least count more than my hands, so I'd say maybe a good 15 to 25.
All right, wouldn't want it any
That's
other
a big
way.
spread.
Yeah. Hey, well, you know, the action's so jam-packed. We had the 4-way match where there's people going inside out. The main event was a 6-man tag match that I'll let you guys know right now. Mariachi Loco and Los Luchas picked up the win for that. But when you have 6 men right there, that's 3 different fights going on across the whole border, you know. So
I think
I missed 1 or 2 behind.
I like matches with a lot of people in the ring. It's just it's a bit of a bang for your buck kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
It's totally worth it, especially to have it. It's a classic trios match, so it's a 3-on-3, and then it's the stipulation of the best 2 out of 3 counts.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, that traditional, you know, down in Mexico, Reno, Mexico.
That's how we're going to solve our problems
Exactly.
for sure, you know. No disputing. But it was good stuff. Definitely a lot of high-flying action, so shout out to Mariachi, Los Luchas, and everybody else that came through the show. I made sure to take plenty of photos. They'll be up on BullyZone
Coming
very
soon, right?
soon. Yes, sir.
All right, good.
But with that being said,
What's that? Well, I ask you, did you see any botches that night?
That's a nice
I wanted to
segue.
save it up
I
for
didn't-
one of
I-
mine, but yes, I did see a botch. You want me to walk?
Yeah, you know, let's jump right into it. You know, we want to lighten the mood a bit, talk about some of our favorite botches, good, bad, in between.
Different.
You know, any moments where you want to look back on it on YouTube and just laugh your ass off.
Here's one of them right here. This just happened at Lucha Pro Wrestling. Like I said,
Probably the most
Faceless and
recent one
Fearless.
on tonight's episode that we're gonna go over, right?
yes, sir.
Exactly. I love it.
It just happened yesterday. So what do we have here? We had Vpocalypse, local talent, going against Trigger G in a tables match. Okay, so it's a classic tables match. And last time I saw a tables match live, it happened to be Jimmy Mayhem going up against Max Ammo in that tables match. And we saw that
Yeah.
kind of botch and where that went, right,
That's
right
pretty
gentlemen?
funny stuff.
Yeah, that's my guess when you say tables match. But
Table match botch that.
You know, I am the table kind of.
Yeah, so
Spot.
walking through that real quick. Yeah, that night the table was sturdy, rough. No man could get through it. This night was a little different. The table looked old, rusty, couldn't stand up. You know, you'd think, oh my God, how are you gonna get the man up there?
Mm-hmm.
So Trigger G was laying on the table, and Vpocalypse was up there on the top, ready to do a splash. You know, break him right through. Trigger G, I guess, there was a spot where he was supposed to like get off the table, do a pile driver, something, you know, change the maneuver. When Trigger G gets off the table breaks in half.
Yeah.
It wasn't I am the table.
Yeah,
but-
like gust of wind kind of table.
Yeah, so a sawdust table, you know. Where it's
No, I know what
just-
you mean.
Plywood, yeah.
Just took them right out. It was crazy. They ended up fixing it. The Apocalypse hit that power bomb on the remaining hanging side and officially put Trigger G through a table to win that match. It was super fun to watch. That table was in effect throughout the whole night. We didn't know where it was going to be used, but it was like right there ringside. So it's pretty cool to know those were implicated later on after the intermission, the second half of the show. But that's the first tables match blooper we have, or the first blooper we have in general. Tables match happened at Faceless and Fearless.
I got one that just actually came to mind because I was standing there watching it happen. Local to us, bar wrestling. Hold on to your butts. The last show that me and you were at together. And so Joey Ryan and Jimmy Jacobs. Do you know where I'm going with this one?
Tell me about it.
They had this setup where he had a lock, right? And he was trying to lock up Joey Ryan's dick, right?
So
he roped around the chain and had this pail around his waist, so Jimmy's roping up Joey with chain and
securing the bag,
securing it, putting his dick away, and he has this lock and he gets him in the turnbuckle, beats him up, and tries to lock him up, and he spends a few minutes at least, like 2 or 3 minutes. It felt like it could have been less. Trying to put this lock together. It's a combination lock. And he finally just says, I'm standing right there, and he's just like, oh, screw it, and then proceeds to tie the chain in a knot with the combo lock on it.
Yep.
I mean, the entire crowd stood there and was just like, all right, I can see the frustration mounting, building.
I'm not going to lie.
Is this integral?
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there for that. That doesn't sound like a botch. It sounds like a bore.
I don't know.
4 minutes do that.
Blooper.
I thought it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was two guys that were just like, all right, we got to make the best of this. And he was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait here. You ever seen, yeah, of course you have, the Jurassic Park, like, I can't make my belt buckle, and then he just ties it.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments. It was pretty nice.
Yes.
I think
hold on to your butt, and it all comes together.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I think one of the funniest parts was more frustrating when he was trying to untangle the chain in the first place before he can even wrap it around.
The whole
See, that's what I don't like. Anytime we got to tie someone up, it's like, oh my God, is this guy gonna get it untied? Is the rope gimmicked or not? Is it a real knot?
What's going on, Brian? What's going on, Tom? We got the originals hanging out with us. We got OCCW's favorites. We're talking about the best bumps, botches, and bloopers so far. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, get these numbers up. We're at 5. We're trying to make it to 116 today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get those numbers up, those comments up, and those heart reactions.
If we break 116, I'll buy all 116 people, a pack of gum.
If we hit 116, I'll eat my hat. And as you noticed today, I'm not wearing a hat. So
we'll get a hat for you if that happens.
We'll get one right out of our producer Robert's ass if we have to. We will make it happen. That's
right,
ladies and gentlemen. There's
get lower, baby. Get low.
Get low. Go lower.
When I think of botches, one of the very first botches I've ever seen, 2005 Royal Rumble. The actual Royal Rumble match. The final 2 competitors, Batista, John Cena.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, this is a classic one. I remember this is back before the network, so I'd actually go out, save my allowance, ask my parents to get the pay-per-view for me. I'm watching it, sitting there. I like both these guys, but I'm more impartial at that time to Cena.
It was rough because they were both the the headline of both companies. It was SmackDown versus Raw, right?
Yeah, I was a SmackDown guy, so Cena was a SmackDown guy.
Can I act surprised at that one? I would totally not peg him as a SmackDown guy.
No, I was
at the time. I didn't have cable. I didn't have USA Network to have Raw. So Batista was kind of this foreign figure to me.
This big guy,
yeah. Big guy, but
and I'm on the other side of the fence. Like I watch Raw. This is a weekly episodic shizdig.
Yeah, the longest weekly episodic television show.
I'm not gonna lie. We were both on opposing sides growing up watching this, but it was explosive. Take it away as we have Debbie tuning in.
What's up, Debbie? So Batista, we all know the Batista bomb. He goes up for that with John Cena. He must have been pumping some great iron, getting a good workout in, because he threw him up there. That momentum took them both back. They both spill over the top rope in the Royal Rumble match. Both their feet hit the floor at the same time. Now, how's this work? It's magical.
Yeah, magic.
They've done this before, Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart.
And they've tried to do it ever since.
Yeah, that one kind of worked, the Hitman, because they hugged each other and then fell over. So they just like both their feet. But this was unplanned. Just boom. They replay it over and over. You know, Vince McMahon comes out. Another
What's going on,
botch.
CC? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, CC?
Rick, yeah, any clips? They're currently unavailable to us, but you guys can check it all out on YouTube. 2005 Royal Rumble, John Cena versus Batista.
Yeah, $9.99 on the network.
We got Vincent Shields over here saying Othello versus Mikey. That sounds like something we're hoping to see, maybe after the next level pay-per-view. Mikey O'Shea has been putting in work. Who do you think has another chance at going against Othello? Who's another top ranker?
Well, we'll get to that
OCC?
later because let's hold
It's
that
like,
off.
no.
I'm trying to
No,
talk
he's
about
talking about
Vince
the best
McMahon.
botch
It's two
he's ever
botches in
seen.
one. You know, the whole
Oh my God!
both that's
Yes.
going out. Vince
Sorry, let's
McMahon
go.
pissed as hell, walking out, blows both his quads, not
Yep.
one, both. Slide in
Eats
the
it.
ring. He's sitting there. All the referees looking around like, what the hell do we do? This guy's
SmackDown
out.
refs, you got Raw refs, you know. Just
So it
bullshit.
all worked out. It was hilarious. Batista ended up picking that win. Went on the headline. WrestleMania 21.
What's
you
going
know.
on? B.A. Marcus Frey in the building.
B.A. Marcus Frey.
Power Man.
Yeah, so that's like the first botch I always think of when I hear, you know, that's classic Botchamania. I'm sure they got the inspiration for Botchamania from that fairy botch.
Speaking of botches that happen at a young time that
Okay.
influence yourselves, I have a botch that's a similar interest. Like I said, what's with the porn stash?
I was
wait,
going
who
for a
asked?
young
Who asked? Who asked?
Tom Selleck.
Debbie's asking.
Oh, ooh.
I'm not getting it on mine, but I'm going for a young Tom Selleck.
Young Tom Selleck is what he's going for.
Yeah, I like where your mind's at, Debbie.
There you
Anyways.
go, making the moves.
She took it there.
She took it there. She was ready.
Tom,
for it.
you gotta watch your woman.
This isn't the next level, but we are at the next level sports complex, ladies and gentlemen. But something that impacted me as a youth. This is one.
Besides all that head trauma.
Yeah. Besides falling on my head was, you know, this is wrestling's real, guys. Wrestling's been real, and I knew it was real since September 8th, 2003. It was on a live taping of Monday Night Raw,
Mm-hmm.
and it was La Resistance. They tossed Spike Dudley out of the ring
You would go there.
through a table.
2 table botches
Yep.
from you. I like that. I
But
like
he
your
missed-
theme.
But he missed the table
Yeah.
completely, and just like it was ringside, space, table, and he just went right in between and hit that space right on his head. It was a double cross power bomb.
He
outside.
didn't miss the table. His
It was-
head
it
got
was
all
just-
of it. Yeah,
It was
right on the edge. That's that's brutal.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's gotta be one of the toughest botches to watch.
Well, only because it's like one of those guttural, just like, oh, I can feel it in my bones, and I wish I didn't see it, kind of.
I'm saying we've all bumped our heads real hard.
Yeah.
Like being thrown by 250 plus men on a table, on the edge of a table.
Oh, it's just got to be painful watching. Debbie says, "Ain't no watching this woman." So
Mm-hmm.
Debbie's a free
We'll
woman.
probably
to
see her
talk
at
her shit.
WWE Evolution, all women's pay per view. We'll get into more on that later, but
Not to like drag Batista into the mud, but when we brought up we were going to be talking about some botches, the only thing I could think of was the one I had seen memed everywhere, and it's the first real wrestling botch that I had seen, like in the last year or two.
Hi, Nora.
Was so I don't know much about the match or the details, but I know it's Batista and Mark Henry,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark Henry's interrupting a Batista John Cena match, and kind of wanders in from the apron onto the side, and like kind of throws a blow at Batista, but instead of like anything really happening, Batista just does a perfect back bump to the center of the ring.
Oh yeah, the super oversell.
Yeah, it was like the perfect sell if like a move warranting it had actually happened, but it was just
The Rock is infamous for those kind of oversells. Story goes that him and Steve Austin used to
bet beer, yeah.
bet beer against who can oversell the best.
Well, that wasn't overselling. It was a ghost suplex.
yeah.
It was getting taken to Suplex City, by a ghost.
But it goes to Brock Lesnar because he was not with the business at the time. We got Heidi here with us tuning in. What's going on?
But does anyone want to go with their number one right now? I got my number one loaded up, and it should be fairly obvious what it is.
I don't really have a number one.
I got a number
'Cause
one.
I don't really, want to rank these botches. They're just all awesome in their own
They're all
rights.
Awesome.
Trying trying to because I got a bunch written down here. One of the ones that I was recently going over. No,
Something
here's a
happened
better
this year.
one.
Better one.
Kevin Nash. He's jumping over to WCW. Instead of going from WWE to WCW, he should have went to WWF
Hello.
to English
What's going on,
class, then WCW, because he doesn't know what an adjective is. You know what an adjective is?
Yeah.
It's what you do, right?
Yeah.
That's a verb.
The know-it-all strikes again.
Exactly. See, you must have been taking classes with Kevin Nash. So he's telling Bischoff, look at the adjective. Would Big Boy play? There ain't no adjective. Trust me.
Oh man, that's some classic Kevin Nash stuff. He's usually good behind the microphone, at least adept enough to get through situations. But that's one of those social situations you just kind of like.
It was the '90s. Everyone was
It's the
boozed
90s.
up, pilled up.
Everyone's drinking beer, playing football.
Yeah, he's probably got
Hey,
bumped
the
in the head a lot.
only thing worse than being wrong is having to admit
8
you were
bazillion
wrong.
invites from Tom himself. Thank you very
8
much. We
bazillion.
appreciate
Wow,
that.
Tom.
We only need 116. If we get 116 views on this, 116 people will walk
I'm buying
away.
gum. He's in the hats.
He's eating hats.
What
he's
am-
buying
I'm eating
gum.
hats.
I'm on
He's gonna
social
need
media.
all
Yeah,
your
get
gum
me a
for
hat
that
first, but
taste
I'll
of
eat
the
a
hat.
hat.
That's coming straight out of Rob's butt. Isn't
I,
that
don't,
right?
I will
And
not.
the
I
hat
did
will
not
be straight
consent to
from-
eating a butt hat, though. I'll pass on the butt hat.
Oh no, it's gonna be a butt hat that was worn by the head of John Mallet.
Oh,
It's gonna be a super
That-
horrible
no.
situation.
Just-
116 likes, guys. This will happen. But anyway, yeah, we're talking about all the greatest bumps, botches, and bloopers in wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. If you know any indie ones you want to bring up, feel free to drop them down below. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. We're over here having a great time, while our producer over here gets down on some Fortnite playing.
hey, you.
How's that going? Where you dropping, sir?
Somewhere.
Snobby Shores. While our producer's at Snobby Shores, I'm going to take you guys back to 2002, where it was an epic match between Brock Lesnar and Hardcore Holly with an epic
Where are you going with
bumper
this?
bad moment that should be erased from history itself, but we're going to talk
What?
about it right here. So the
Yeah.
angle was Brock Lesnar going up for a power bomb, and Hardcore Holly's supposed to go over his shoulders, get the nice reversal. I guess the problem was Hardcore Holly was sandbagging, so
As usual.
hey, let's
As usual.
let's not get too much into Hardcore
I
Holly.
mean,
Tell me about it.
just saying.
tell me about it.
I don't know. The dude is, I feel like, notorious for sandbagging, but
No,
on.
not sandbagging, just being stiff. Because who's going to lift that guy up? Brock's the only guy that could probably lift him up, with
he
ease.
attempted to, but I guess they weren't playing fair the same night, and he dropped him on his head.
Yeah, dropped him right there. Boom. Broken.
Still continued the match. He'll return a year later to try to get a rematch at 2000. He took a year off, I'm sorry. Came back 2004. Tried to rematch him for a championship, which he lost, and the rest is history. So,
the rest is history.
Hardcore Holly, neck break in 2002, ladies and gentlemen. The good old days.
All right, my number one botch, only because I saw this happen as a kid, was devastated, and it's probably on a lot of people's lists of the worst botches to ever happen. And it got a move practically outlawed.
Curb stomp.
Yeah, no,
Curb
curb
stomp.
Back
stomp.
in the 90s.
Curb stomping.
Wait. So before you tell us in the move, let's give us more of a chance to guess.
Okay, so
Because it sounds fun.
okay, so to use this move now, the WWE has to sign off. It has to say yes, you may use it. One of the only people I think that can even still use it as a finisher
Only
is
one person?
I
Two
think there's
people?
like a few. I know one of
I
them
know who
is
it
Kane.
is. Oh, threw me off.
Kane is still able to use this
It's
move.
like pedigree.
No, and
Let's keep the pedigree with Triple H. He's the only one that does it real
that's
good.
True.
Well, him and Rollins were two people. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
all-
but Rollins does it like crap, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad he's got the stomp back.
He got the
This
stomp
Or
in
give him
the
that knee. Who
Yeah.
cares?
this botch was during Intercontinental Championship match, and I was like
This is a choke
4.
slam.
No. It's the pile
Flying
driver.
clothesline.
No, it is the pile driver that broke Stone Cold Steve Austin's neck and
Oh.
led to an early retirement. So the setup is Owen Hart goes to pile driver Stone Cold, and like the sizing on these dudes just doesn't match up like the way that it usually does for some larger wrestlers.
The way he used to do back in the good old days. Good country.
Yes. And so Stone Cold's head just freaking barrels towards the mat, and he
Eats
actually
it.
ends up breaking his neck during the match.
Yeah, he left a couple beers underneath the ring. He was trying to get to that.
Yeah. Ends up finishing the match. Surprisingly, I don't know how a man breaks his neck and then finishes the match, but Stone Cold did.
Yeah, with the world's worst roll-up. If you go back and watch, he breaks his neck, tells the ref, "I can't feel nothing."
Yeah.
Because
And then
the stipulation was, if Stone Cold lost, he was going to kiss Owen Hart's ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So didn't wanna
we
kiss
can't
that
have
man's ass?
Yeah.
But so he has to take a 3-month hiatus and then comes back and wins, or I believe wins Survivor Series, right? But as a kid, I was just like, yeah, the world's over. Stone Cold's
He's dead.
he's gone. What's going on? And I didn't really.
Understand the scope of the.
As a kid, I didn't understand it. Dude just almost died. I just understood. Hey, Stone Cold's not gonna be around for a few months, and they did the whole.
I'll forget about him and remember him again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the best part about being a kid. You forget about the injuries. Like Billy Bonds over here, the busted leg. Like if I was 12, I wouldn't even remember Billy Bonds at this point. I don't remember Primrose at
man.
this point.
Primrose, who's that?
Exactly.
I don't know who that
I'm
is.
enjoying the high quality content that OCC currently.
Yeah,
daily
Tom's got
pumps
a big
out.
botch, yeah.
Yeah, Tom's got a big botch. We'll talk about
But,
that later.
we didn't see that. That was at practice. If you want to come on the show and tell your story, Tom, get on down here. I don't think there's a ramp here, but Rob will carry you.
It takes. Yeah, we got you, buddy.
Okay.
But, you brought up Brock and his, trying to power bomb Hardcore Holly, breaking his neck. This botch, almost broke his own neck.
Oh,
I'm talking about WrestleMania 19, Lesnar versus Kurt Angle for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of the match, Brock goes up on top turnbuckle. Big guy like that, seen him
Hello,
on the
thanks
top
for watching.
turnbuckle. I didn't want to see that, but he's athletic enough to get the rotation. Hits the shooting star press, lands right on his neck. Ooh, spooky, scary.
Super Scorpion his ass.
Yeah, definitely. Toe to head.
I got a quick reply from Tom over here talking about he doesn't want to throw anyone under the bus with that story. Well,
all right.
That's what BullyZone's all about. It's called
let's
a
keep
dirt
these
sheet for a
comments,
reason.
until after my section. Anyways, he almost broke his neck. All right, I'm done with it.
Okay.
As I'm saying, Tom, we want to hear this gossip. Come on down. This is where we spill all the tea. That's what BullyZone Live is all about.
Tea? What tea are we drinking here? I don't see no tea.
White tea.
I don't drink tea.
Brown tea. Whatever tea goes good with bourbon. We're over here hanging out, ladies and gentlemen, at the Next Level Sports Complex, right upstairs at the free admission media studio. It's ourselves, followed with our producer today, Robert. We got Robert over here behind the scenes, making sure everyone's having a good time watching us, making sure you can see my pretty face. We got 9 people watching. If we can get up to 116 people, the original's eating a hat. And we got Largo over here supplying the gum strips.
Yeah,
so
I'm buying people gum, so.
I'm guessing they're stick gum, right?
You're just
not
buying gum.
It's whatever gum will get you, so.
You gonna get it. You buy a bunch
you
of
get like some
chicles.
chicle in Mexico for like 5 cents. I got some money for that. I got money down on that.
I got $10.
$10.
So
Make you holla.
the good old days. Remember ECW? There's a lot of botches there. There's a lot of bad moments, a lot of bloopers, a lot of funny stuff. Like in 1995, there was a Texas death match. It's a typical hardcore match. You just come in, you beat the crap out of somebody. Crowd brings their own weapons kind of theme, So it was between Cactus Jack and Sandman. And they're going at it, whipping each other and getting it in. And Cactus Jack grabs a pan from the audience and whacks Sandman over the head, classic, manner, The problem was, can you guess the problem, the situation here?
Real metal frying
Yeah.
pan. Steel.
A little stronger than steel. It was that
Titanium.
Cast iron.
it was
Vibranium.
not
It was
aluminum.
an actual pan.
It was not aluminum, but it was cast iron, the real heavy
Unobtainium.
steel.
Son of titanium.
That god mode.
I got that space pan for you.
He was concussed on the spot. The match continued for 10 minutes. Foley won.
I'm pretty sure Sandman just walks
Sandman-
around in constant concussion.
He took only a week off apparently, and he came back the next
Exactly,
the
he's still
preceding
good.
week. And what happened was that's right the time where Terry Funk turned heel. So Terry Funk turned heel, jumped Cactus Jack. Sandman came in, made a return, and then the two of them proceeded to jump Cactus Jack at a time. So good time in wrestling. But yeah, like you said, Sandman's probably always walking around with a concussion. He's always got some type of head injury bound, and that's what makes him
He's
so
still
awesome.
trucking though. We saw him at PCW last year.
Had Demon
That's
Eyes.
dope. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was standing around. I smelled some cigarette smoke. I'm like, who's smoking a cigarette inside? And I turn around, Sandman
This son
walking
of
through
a
the
gun.
crowd. Yeah. I was like, all right, that's cool. I don't, keep that away from me. Keep that stinky cigarette away from me.
Bad stuff. Bad.
Ross, you got any more botches over there?
I'm not really a botch guy, but I mean, I told you the ones I liked.
Anyone
I've
you've
seen.
seen recently in independent wrestling you want to talk about?
See, I was gonna bring that. The problem with botches, trying to remember a botch in independent wrestling. With all these, they're broadcasts. I can look it
people
up
go
on my
look 'em
phone
up.
right now. You can find all these. I'm not saying that. You gotta look up Botchamania for those indie botches.
That's right.
And there's so many indie shows, hard to pinpoint one. Plus, these guys are probably a lot better than some of the WWE guys, so they're probably less likely to botch.
Yes, that's very true.
That's a
These are
good point
top
to
tier
make. No,
performance.
that's a good point to make. I think the weirdness that indie wrestlers are more practiced at not screwing up than the dudes who get broadcast on television.
Because they know they need to be perfect in order to be seen.
Yeah,
in
on
the-
television to take it easy. And
I mean, I
then
think that's
botch.
a good point to make. I like that.
And then once you're on TV, it's just like, I don't care.
I got my money. I don't give a fuck.
I've been doing this for 16 years.
Yeah.
I know
Let me just
Ziggler
rest on my
finally sold.
laurels and break my face.
Oh, break your face like Joey Mercury,
Mhm.
Armageddon 08.
Oh my God! yes.
4-team ladder match. That's one of the botches I've
Just
written
like
down.
slap.
Yeah.
And
Jeff
the other-
Hardy
and the other
kicks
end
up
just
the ladder.
crack.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God!
You know,
that
that's
was-
Johnny Mundo, he knew it was happening. he walked out.
No,
finished
that's
the match fine.
that's another one where you just watch. You're just like, oh, let me just enough internet for me today. Thank you.
That's cringeworthy.
The
yeah.
cool thing is that was an awesome match. If you
watch the whole thing,
watch the whole match,
yeah.
not just that. But I wouldn't blame you if you just
all
watched that.
anybody remembers is
Yeah.
that.
Because I don't remember who won. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. Because
The match was cut. The match was cut. It was real, and everyone's like, "Holy shit!" Like,
yeah, it
let's
was
get out
such
here.
a bad botch.
His face was blown, bro.
Yeah, he just left the arena.
He broke his nose. He broke his jaw.
He broke his face, yeah.
Yeah, he broke
Yep.
his fucking
The
all his
orbital bones. And,
Yeah.
they're saying Kara botching his whole career basically. Botched his debut.
Tom wants to jump in and say some things like indie boys and girls are hungry. That's why their work is tighter, and we could totally agree with that, because you do have to
Crisp, yeah.
set that standard and let them know that you're a top tier performance. What are you holding on to? You're holding on to your
Yeah, notepad. I guess it's yellow. I don't know how it's
Oh,
blending in with the screen.
That reminds me. Can I? you wanna stand up there?
I'm good. I
No,
don't
you're
know-
okay.
I don't know who
No,
you
you're-
are to be trying to boss us around. You're the guy who doesn't know when to show up.
I mean, I don't know.
Anyways, I'm trying to list off some botches. I only had 3 listed. I got 2
Oh,
pages.
I'm sorry. I'm not the botch
So
master.
It's not being a botch master. It's called doing my homework,
and then that's why they know it all.
I just.
and that's where I excel. I'm passing all my classes.
But
Doing
wearing.
my homework.
Wait, so
I don't do
you
no
excel at
homework. I don't even do my
wearing
homework.
pants.
I
I'm
just
bully- I'm
do
bullying
so
you
well
around for that
on my
homework.
tests. I'm getting 110% on my tests. It makes up for missed homework.
There you go.
Wow, 110.
So let's talk about some more botches. What else you got on that list, boss?
I got
3 more on here.
What do you got?
We got the old classic 2008 SmackDown edition of the Cutting Edge. You got Edge over here wanting to talk to the current WWE champion, Jeff Hardy. And what happens? Jeff Hardy comes on down to the ring, doing his whole little pyro blown in his face.
So wait, how was that?
His little bam, bam, bam.
Okay, I just wanted to
bam,
see that
bam,
again.
bam,
Thank you.
bam, bam.
Thank you.
And pyro literally, you see if you look it up, 2008 Jeff Hardy pyro on YouTube. literally the first one's right there in his face. Gets shot from the sides. They say it's fake. It looks very real.
Didn't his brother Matt Hardy, rig it to do that?
That's what we're all suggesting because a couple years, not even a couple years later, but like 8 months later, he got released from the company, started working for TNA, and the rest is history. He's back here now in WWE, but that's how the transition started, because of that pyrotechnicality. They've been plenty. That's what they call it in court.
All right.
That's what Vince told me himself.
That's a court.
They planned it ever
Now,
since.
is that why they don't have
Court thing,
pyro
pyrotechnicality.
anymore? Just trying to eliminate all, possible
Well, in there's
accidents.
I'm just
there's
gonna
a
start burning
WrestleMania
stuff
in
down.
Florida.
Pyrotechnicality.
There's
Sorry.
WrestleMania in Florida.
Yeah, 33. Yeah,
And
it
went
caught on
out.
fire.
It caught on fire. So
Thanks,
ever since-
Undertaker.
So ever since then, I think they're like, yeah, we're done with
We're
all
outta here.
this. It's just a big liability, and now they have all these big super LED lights. You know what I mean? And they have all these special effects, and
Am I the
they
only
buy
one?
drones now. So I
I'm-
guess that works.
Am I the only one who actually enjoys
Yes,
the light shows more than the old pyro stuff?
Nah, you gotta have pyro.
pyro's classic.
It's all-
just like you need pyro, just like you need flash on cameras.
No, here's the question: parade or firework?
Okay, fine. Fireworks. I'll give you that.
You
But
answered my
like,
question.
that's not
So
equivalent, man. That's not equivalent. That's like, do you want to go to a rock show or do you want to go see, EDC? I mean, do you know what I mean?
A rock show.
Right. Well,
I don't
mean,
like EDC music.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the music. I'm saying the
Debate's
lighting. The
over.
lighting. Parades are boring. At least like with some interesting stuff going on. A light show's nice. But anyway,
I got
BullyZone's
smart
always-
lights at home. I control the lights.
are we gonna go over shows or matches and stuff coming up?
Yeah, what do we got
next
coming
week
up?
Or so?
I got them right here, boss. Our feature shows. We got Bar Wrestling 16. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Mhm.
At the American Legion Post 241 in Baldwin Park. It's gonna be this August
Second.
2nd.
Mm-hmm.
You got talent such as Ace Romero, Brian Cage, the beautiful Chelsea Green,
Can I get
Eli Everfly, Evilise, Jeff Cobb,
you forgot my new favorite.
Joey Ryan.
No.
Oh, the one right here that was right after Joey Ryan. We got Chris Wolf.
Hey, there it
Luchasaurus,
is.
PJ Black, PP Ray in their entirety.
All day.
Ray Rosas was there at the last show. He's gonna be here at the next show, so I'm stoked about that. The
Nice
Rock
little
Nest
reunion.
Monsters.
Rockness Monsters. They're dope when I saw them.
Got Scorpio Sky. We
The
got
best.
Solo Darling, TNA star. We got Taya Valkyrie, Brody King,
Brody
Super
King, that's my
Panda,
guy.
and that big stupid lunk of waste, Joey the Bull. Welcome to the freaking show. You're
wait,
only
he's on
here.
the show?
you're only-
Oh,
yeah, he
wait,
just
I thought he
tuned
was
in.
Walking in, I
Oh,
heard
no.
rumbling
I
downstairs.
hear-
we
I
would
hear-
feel that
I hear an
before you.
earthquake.
the groan of
waddle
the
and
earth
walk in the
beneath
parking
our
lot.
feet just breaking.
What other shows we got coming up?
Next up after that, we got Destination 6 Wrestling. You just woke up, don't want to hear about it. Destination 6 Wrestling, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's just 2 days after that. It's going to be this Saturday.
days.
Barstow, California. It's going to be at 235 East Main Street. Get to catch classic matches with superstars such as Darwin Finch, Dom Kubrick, Super Green, Reyes, Aguilera, and the return of the Urban Juggernaut, Sean Black, and the Irish Juggernaut, Mikey O'Shea.
If you
So-
haven't made a drive down to Barstow,
Make one,
Make
ladies
one.
and gentlemen.
might be
Yeah,
a reason
load
to.
up the truck, get some beers in the trunk.
Make
Try
sure
not
to get there
caught
super
playing
early.
bikers.
Don't drink them till you get there.
That's
Or
the
have
point.
your passenger. No, you can't do that. That's illegal. Don't do that.
You're incriminating our listeners, our viewers, Ross.
Don't give them any bad ideas. You gotta let
Hey,
them
man.
in.
that comes
quiet.
back
I
to
just-
us.
Don't.
We
do what I
don't
do.
take liability for what you guys decide to do, but make sure you guys do decide to come on down to Destination 6 Wrestling. It's going to be the inaugural show. This is for Mike Impact Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you guys show up. Big support for all the talent and all the people here. And if Joey the Bull's there, just look the other way, kids. He won't eat you.
Put in your. Put in your.
Joey's here to break the internet, ladies and gentlemen, so if he can get us up to 116 views, the original is going to be eating a hat.
I don't have
and
a
then
hat,
you got
so
the know-it-all.
not eating a
Going to be
hat.
buying 116 people gum. So we're talking about the best bumps, botches, and bloopers. What's up, Buddy Holly? How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm okay. Who called me Buddy Holly? Is it John?
No, it's
Yeah,
Joey.
it's
Oh, it's
Joey.
Joey.
You
All
know,
right,
it's
Joey. I'm fine.
Fat boy
I'm okay
Joey.
with that one. It's okay. Can I give an early shout out to a show that I'm actually interested in?
What's the shout out? What's the show?
All right, August 11th. You got SoCal Pro show coming out, and I am
Where is
fairly interested. Well, let me go. Let me go look. And
We got time. We'll be here next Sunday at 4
We'll go
o'clock.
Next Sunday at 4 o'clock, we'll have.
You know, we'll
have
have
the
more
details
information
on that
We'll
show.
probably have cards set up by then.
Cards.
Yeah, I want to shout out.
Like it.
Shout out my main man, Just Joel Inc. Keep on doing what you're doing, Just Joel.
I'm gonna give a shout out to somebody pretty close to us. If you don't already, go follow Queen of Wrestling on Instagram. She does cool stuff where she interviews awesome people. Like I don't know who she recently had, and I also don't want to give any spoilers.
Recently.
Eric Watts, we were there.
Watts
You could see Yuma from Rock Nest Monsters.
She had Killer Bays on a while ago
Killer
too.
Bays, Delilah Doom.
She's doing her thing.
And has
So,
a lot of good stuff lined up. So
big
go
ups to
follow Queen of
Queen of
Wrestling.
Wrestling. Keep on trucking.
And I'm personally going to shout out the good old friends here at the Free Admission family. You guys can check out all our high quality content, not just only BullyZone, but content throughout the week. We have Gym Crashers. We have Tales from the Pole. We have the original shows that you guys can catch only here
Only here.
on this channel, this page, Free Admission. The Royal Ramble can also be seen here on Tuesdays.
Hey,
As
next
well
week,
as,
everyone that's watching on Facebook, watch on YouTube. That's how we make the money. You know, go on Free Admission YouTube channel.
Do it for everybody.
Everybody.
On Monday when you watch Gym Crashers.
We'll all get that coin.
On Tuesday when you watch the Royal Ramble. On Wednesday when you watch Tales from the Pole.
and the great part about
on
Sundays,
all of 'em.
you know, Sundays there's this other show.
No, there's not.
No.
Just like Paige told to James Ellsworth. Security.
Oh my God, no. I'll walk myself out.
Who's got the shit-colored shoot? What are you talking about? 109 more people to go until we get those free gums. Yeah,
The
that's
free
right,
gums
Tom.
on the way. I'm waiting on, you know, I already shared for everyone. They're all watching. You know, they all tuned in at least
I mean,
once.
I think Joey needs more gum than the next guy because, you know.
Producer
that breath.
Robert, put up another picture and see what happens to you.
Yeah, Joey, get lost.
Yeah,
You know,
get
I got a
lost,
couple more
Joey.
botches I want to go over since we're wrapping up the show. You know, I don't want to give Joey an inflated ego. The more we talk to him, the more popular he thinks he gets.
He doesn't fit through the door as it is. I don't know what a big ego is going to help him get.
He's got a big belly already.
Oh,
Tell me
man.
more about these botches. Let's get back to the
You know,
subject.
you brought up Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal, the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yes.
You know, pretty big botched whisper in the wind.
Whisper.
Yeah, didn't catch Mahal at all. Still stole it. You know, really was a whisper in the wind.
Yeah, that was
Really got him with that wind
that
kick.
was gold. I remember it was all air.
Uh,
And it wasn't even close enough to where like you can feel the breeze. So.
Sid Vicious snaps his own leg.
Ugh.
Not breaks it, snaps it.
Yeah,
We all seen it. just
jumping
hang
off
on.
for that kick.
From this like second turnbuckle.
2000 in the year 2000 January, RVD broke his ankle going against Rob Van Dam or against Rhino. Sorry, whoa. And on the
Inception.
the funniest part about that is RVD didn't realize his ankle was broken. They go back and down and can't remember how it happened, but I guess it happened. They kept going for 10 minutes like a psycho, and he maintained his championship. Just super weird, fun thing to look up. 2000 January, RVD breaks his ankle with Rhino. Still unexplained mystery.
Yeah, I just want to like, shoot a couple out. Booker T, we coming for you, my
Oh.
man. You know, shock master, shock in the world.
The one I was gonna say that one for the top botch. You know, it's undeniably the best. Anytime you see it,
A bunch of Randy Orton RKO's. You can probably find a compilation.
RKO botches
of,
are nice.
You know, there's
The
one. What do we have in
you
mind?
wanted me to go find one. I found one that I actually liked watching over and over again. It right here if you want. Actually, I got that up for you.
You got
the,
something.
The botched tornado DDT from Styles to Lesnar and
Survivor
ends
Series,
up
yeah.
with AJ Styles just face planting because Brock Lesnar doesn't really know how to move his body.
it turns to a flatliner real quick.
Oh yeah.
You like his shit-colored suit. You just
Joey, you don't even run the Royal Rumble,
Oh my
so
God.
shut up.
Joey, get out of here, man.
You know, I'm trying to go over some botches, and you're botching, you know, what you think you control.
I'm
Our
trying to
numbers are dropping because of you.
I'm trying to be angry, but I'm just smiling because all I can think of is how stupid you are.
We got,
Hey, Robert, thank you.
Good old stuff.
yeah, I was there at WWE live show for another botch. McIntyre broke the ring rope in the main event, so, you know, it's Dolph Ziggler, McIntyre versus Reigns and Rollins, you know, fighting without a top rope. Yeah, I thought he
Hey, I only need
spilled
2
over,
ropes.
broke his head.
2 ropes is all I need.
They already say Sin Card's botching everything.
Sin Cara, he even botches his entrance. You know, when he
Yeah.
jumps on the trampoline.
Yeah, his very first match in WWE debuted.
Yup.
Oh,
Botched
I remember
wait.
that.
You know, Mankind falling not off the cell. That was planned. Falling through the cell.
That wasn't planned.
Where he busted
was-
up his face.
Yep.
That was all
You
unintentional.
know, Papa Shango missing his cue at WrestleMania 8. You know, Sid Justice at the time kick out the leg drop, which was never heard of before. You got Goldberg botching promos on his return to WWE. You know, he's got a bloody head. He's headbutting doors backstage.
Yeah, for real, for real.
You know, we got Ultimate Warrior versus Hogan, Halloween Havoc. We got the botched Fireball.
You brought up. Wait a minute. You brought up the best botch of all in terms of entrances and debuts. You got to have seen Shockmaster, right?
Yeah, that's an all-time great botch. You know, it's up there with. I'm not saying it's up there. The Titus O'Neil slip, that's
dude,
up there.
I'm all
'Cause
about,
that's
Yeah, the
probably-
Titus
I'm all about
O'Neil's
the
a new-
meme worthiness of a botch and how many people can see it removed from wrestling and still go, yeah, that's hilarious, or yeah, ow, that hurts.
World's greatest Royal Rumble, Titus O'Neil sliding under that ring and almost coming out the other side, ladies and gentlemen. That's
yeah,
gotta
if he
be-
would have
just
just
super
owned
power.
it,
That's
and
gotta be
walked
the
out
new.
other
That's
side.
gonna be the new Shockmaster, because I think that went viral like really fast.
Yeah, it's probably 1A, 1B between those two. You know, we got Hulk Hogan trying to cut a promo. I'm just the right gay guy in the wrong right place. You know, messed up so bad. You know, this is This was on SmackDown when it was taped,
Mhm.
so he knew if he just redid it, they can cut it up,
Yep.
make it look like he did it one take. Let me say this again, just so you know what I said.
You guys are
I'm the
cool.
right guy,
didn't
the wrong
say.
place, messes up twice in a row. So that's pretty awesome. You got Roman Reigns forgetting his lines, you know, in a promo battle with John Cena. John Cena calling him out right there and then. That's
Did
classic.
you just screw that up?
Yeah, he's like, it's called a promo, kid. You gotta learn to do it. You know,
Oh my God, Joey, shut up! Nobody cares.
Hey, you're just giving him attention. Just leave him alone.
He wants the three of us to go beat him up. He just invited
I
us to
don't
come on
wanna-
down to the
no.
Royal Rumble.
I
And
don't even
No.
give him 5 seconds of my time. We got Mean Gene Okerlund, you know, doing his interview with Rick Rude, Bobby Keenan. At SummerSlam, sign falls down and he goes off on a tirade. What kind of beep beep? You know, get the
yes.
buzzer ready. We already want.
I remember me and Gene even had a moment where he was doing an interview, and he's like, "You better not be smoking a fucking cigarette in here."
Yeah, that's the same. Or I think that might have been when Ric Flair won the Rumble. Yeah, it's like put that cigarette out.
Yeah.
He goes on interviewing.
That was gold.
I asked this question, best botches on Reddit this morning. You know, one of the best ones was Undertaker and HBK WrestleMania 25. Anyone that says their WrestleMania
Ooh.
26 match was better,
Yeah.
no, 25 can't get better than that.
Well, that's-
Undertaker,
that
going for
one's
the,
gonna-
the dive. You know, the cameraman's supposed to catch him,
But
you
he
know, he's a
doesn't.
plant. It's actually Jimmy Snuka's son supposed to catch him. Doesn't catch him. You know, Undertaker eats the face plant.
Right into the freaking.
If you look, you can see a little dent in the floor. You know, if you look hard enough.
It's a big man. I would hope there'd be a dent.
Yeah, because when you got 300 pounds coming straight down like a pin, it's
Like a
funny to
lawn
think
dart.
about now.
Don't they have? Isn't there another botch with them? With both of them? Undertaker and HBK, right?
I'll go back to like Rumble, like
Yeah.
97 or like
He
98.
No, yeah. Where he's
Casket
supposed
match?
to hit the casket, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to go over the casket, caught it with his spine,
Okay.
and that's what took out HBK for the next 4 years.
whatever.
Or whatever. Came back 2002. You know, we got
See, ladies and gentlemen, he really does know it all. I just have like a tangential thought, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got the details right
Yeah,
here."
of course, I remember that.
Oh yeah, like it's yesterday.
you know, is there any? You know,
I was
we got
like
a couple
-years
minutes
old,
left.
but you know.
Is there any angles? You know, we all know a move or a promo can be botched.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any angles? We're not necessarily just the booking just took it in the wrong direction. It could have been so much better. Any botched angles?
The entirety of WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call, you know, whatever the nomenclature practically at the time is, absorbing WCW and then doing the whole invasion angle, and
Definitely.
that entire angle and storyline was just bad from the jump because you know,
Yeah.
they wouldn't
That's
let
probably-
anyone WCW
If you ask
in.
anyone, that's probably what they're gonna say. Invasion.
That whole bit, bad. What else? I don't know.
I was
don't really
thinking,
think
you
anything
know,
else
the
sticks out.
Katie Vick, just so stupid. Katie Vick. If you're not aware of that, Triple H trying to frame Kane for killing his girlfriend. And
Yeah,
basically,
very bad.
dressed up as Kane is trying to have
wait,
sex
can
with dead body.
I don't like the
The whole fact that Big Show's dad was being dragged around in a casket, and
Yeah.
Big Show was on top of the
I'm
casket.
pretty sure Big Show,
Oh
if
my-
you want to go over botched angles, he's probably involved in
It wasn't
more
a
than half.
botch. It was just dirty. Like, how could you do this to
trying
this
to
man's dad? Good stuff. I didn't like how NXT ended. The faction, you know, how I felt like that was a very strong storyline, and it was like the rookies taking over, and like
Oh, yeah, the Nexus.
Yeah, the
that's
Nexus
a
NXT.
perfect example of
Well,
a botched angle.
Can we talk
You know,
about? I don't
Cena
understand.
going over.
I don't understand because like
Yo.
WWE is always trying to make new branding, new stuff. I don't get why they don't just make NXT. Like, you know how? All right, I'm going to draw a little analogy that people don't like MMA to wrestling, but like UFC was just like, hey, we need a new thing for people to watch. Let's make making a champion. You know, the whatever the show is.
Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter, thank you. Let's make that like a whole staple to our entertainment side of stuff. Why doesn't WWE just realize that's a great place for NXT to be? And anyway,
I think they tried that with Tough Enough, and
I mean it's not this. I mean it doesn't have to be exactly the same. And also Tough Enough was pretty poorly produced.
Hair like that.
Which is the one with the girls.
What do you mean? Which is the one with the girls?
There's one with girls, right? The WWE girls, like in a house.
Total Divas.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
just them
I
trying
don't
to get some
need
clout.
VH1 tier BS. If I want to watch, you know.
Hey, the Bellas, they're on the Tonight Show. You know, that's pretty cool for a wrestler to be on Tonight Show if you're not
Oh, yeah.
The Rock or John Cena.
To be a
And
no-name,
you're promoting a
I
movie.
can't even tell which half you are. So
Why-
let's bring them both on stage.
Yeah, it was on. Not only were they on it, it was on the trending page
Yeah.
on YouTube, like number 5 trending. So I was like, what? Like they're promoting, you know, Total Bellas. That's cool. All right, I think we gotta wrap it up here pretty
We do?
soon, guys.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to say?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Make sure to check out the high quality content that is BullyZone. You can check us out on Instagram at BullyZone Wrestle, Facebook at
There's some
BullyZone.
stuff down here.
Photos will be uploaded this week for the new Faceless and Fearless Lucha Pro event. And don't forget to check out Bar Wrestling this week.
Bar wrestling.
What's
what
it
else?
called? Do you remember? Sometimes
It's hard to get rid of a bomb.
It's hard to get rid of them. What's with these
It-
long ass
yeah.
names? I like the just succinct, like Aunt Maid. That was very nice, you know. But long names for wrestling shows. That's a botch right there. Long names for wrestling show. Botch.
there you have it.
Two-
and then
two
make sure you
words.
guys check out, very big announcement, very big. Make sure you guys check out Destination 6 Wrestling. It's going to be in Barstow, California this Saturday. It's going to be the first promotion.
Yeah, give them a follow. They're always just posting. They're always updating.
It's honoring Mike Impact Johnson. It's giving forward to the community of wrestling. And have all the greats there from Vegas, North Cal, SoCal. So jump on that train. Have a
Yes.
great time.
All right. Well, I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you for watching from the original Ross Roy. Nice to be back.
It's your boy Lance Winners, baby, signing off.
I didn't wear a watch today either, so
That's a botch right there.
timing this one is
It's gonna be
pretty
rough.
hard.
I hope you-
And I've been Austin Largo hitting you with that planned pause.
God damn it.
Take it easy, brother. Joey, lose some weight.
BullyZone out.